sounds like such a cliche, but as we approach the start of the new year, many people are setting resolutions, reflecting on what's worked, what hasn't worked, and determined to start fresh with clarity, perspective, and motivation. Now, I worked as a fitness professional for 15 years, and I watched this pattern repeat every January. People would set ambitious goals, go all in for a few weeks, and then fall short. But it wasn't that they just didn't hit the goal, they would shame spiral, feel like failures, and end up doing nothing. So the all or nothing approach left them with, well, nothing. What if this year you chose to simplify, do less? Here's how I'm doing it in three key areas of my life. You can take inspiration from mine and create your own version, or at least start thinking about how you might be able to do less this year. For my business, this year was challenging to say the least, both personally and professionally. I went through major life events that shook everything, including losing my mom. And here's something I noticed about my business. Every time I finally get clarity on what I'm doing, I realize I've sort of gotten there backwards. I went through a rebrand over the summer and I thought I knew exactly what my offers would be, how they'd be structured, how I'd price them. I had it all figured out, except I didn't. Either I wasn't strong enough in my conviction, there wasn't enough demand, or maybe it was a combination of those things plus a bazillion other factors that were completely out of my control. So I revised and revised again and again. Going into 2026, I'm making this commitment. I'm locking in my offers and pricing based on what I've learned, the feedback I've gotten, and this commitment to simplicity. And then that is it. I'm done tinkering. Here's your actionable tip. Choose one thing in your business or work life to commit to for the entire year. Your service offerings, your pricing, your schedule, whatever feels most chaotic right now. Write it down, set the boundary, and give yourself permission to stop revising it. Simplicity requires commitment too. Then there are the social commitments. As I've gotten older, I've come to realize that some social activities energize me and others completely drain me. I'm in my mid 40s. I have a 4-year-old daughter, a husband, a new business, and I have friends, lots of them, across different social circles. And the reality is, I simply cannot keep up. No, let me rephrase that. I cannot keep up and maintain my energy for the things that matter to me most. As I was writing this section, no joke, I got a text from one of my college roommates checking in on me. She knows my mom died this year, and she reached out to say that she was thinking of me, especially over the holidays. And this is a friend I talk to maybe every 6 months. And you know what? That's enough. The friendships and relationships that truly matter don't need the kind of constant time and effort that my younger self felt obligated to give. So here's an actionable tip for you. Make 2 lists. List 1, the people and social activities that genuinely fill your cup. List 2, the obligations that drain you, but you keep saying yes to out of guilt or obligation or whatever the reason is. And in 2026, protect one list fiercely and give yourself permission to say no to list 2, to at least a few of the things on list 2. A simple, I'm simplifying my commitments this year, but thank you for thinking of me, is enough. And the last area is in my health and fitness. So a few weeks ago, I shared my week's workout schedule in my newsletter. It was simple: 3 days of strength training, 4 days of walking and running, and some mobility work. Nothing fancy. Now, when I was in my CrossFit era, I would have looked at that schedule and gotten really down on myself. Not enough volume, no heavy lifts, too simple. And back then, I would have told myself it wasn't enough. And maybe for me then, it wasn't. But now, it is. I'm staying strong. I can still do weighted pull-ups, and I will definitely call that a win. I can play with my daughter without needing a nap. Though to be clear, naps are wonderful. I can maintain a consistent workout schedule that doesn't leave me completely depleted, and that is enough. So your action tip: define what enough looks like for you right now. not past you, not future you, not comparing yourself to everyone else or social media you. What would allow you to maintain your health, feel good in your body, and still have energy for everything else in your life? Write that down as your baseline. And when you catch yourself in comparison mode, come back to it because enough is enough. Simplicity isn't about doing less because you're giving up or you aren't trying hard enough. It's about doing less so you can show up better for what actually matters. This year, I'm choosing simple, and that feels like a huge relief. You should give it a try. If you liked today's episode, I'm glad because I kept it simple. Subscribe, leave a review, share it with your friends, and tune in next week to The Fitness of Business. See you then.